Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak in favour of new clause 130 to strengthen the laws in regard to tool theft. In early May this year, I joined police officers from Sidcup and Havering in a raid to uncover stolen tools at a boot sale in East London. Unlicensed boot sales are notorious for selling stolen goods. However, I was still astounded by what officers found. As they arrived in police vans and unmarked cars, there was a flurry of action among some traders. Stolen goods were hidden, a van tried to flee, and the keys to vehicles, crowded with tools, were suddenly lost. But the police had struck quickly and in numbers. Stolen tools were uncovered across traders' stalls, 6 arrests were made, and eventually officers struck the motherlode with a van overflowing with stolen tools. The raid took officers to a second site where even more stolen tools were uncovered. Over 1,650 stolen tools were found, worth around £500,000 just on one day. Officers were even able to return some of the marked tools to their owners. Madam Speaker, Deputy Speaker, this raid shows why tradespeople must mark their tools properly. If they are marked with the likes of DNA tagging, the police can easily prove they are stolen and lock up the thieves responsible. They can also return the stolen goods to the hard-working tradespeople across the country. But marking tools alone will not stop tool theft. Madam Deputy Speaker, vans are being broken into in broad daylight and tools sold openly across the country. It is a disgrace. The law must change to punish the thieves responsible and crack down on the boot sales driving this crime wave across the country. That's why I encourage all members to support the amendment tabled by my honourable friend from Stockton West, new clause 130. Firstly, it would increase fines to better match the severity of the crime, reflecting the cost of replacing tools, repairing damage to vans and lost work. Secondly, it would... give way.
I'm grateful to the honourable gentleman for giving way with me. Does he agree with me that by accepting this amendment, it would be one way in which the government could help reach out to businesses and traders and show actually we're on the side of local businesses, people that get up every morning and go out to work, in effect the white van man, for whom his tools, similar to farm theft and farm implements, are key to being able to do the job?
Well, I thank my honourable friend for that vital contribution, because we must back the makers, not the lawbreakers. Whether that be van men or whether that be rural farmers that are having their tools stolen, the impact is significant on the ability to go to work, but also their families and their ability to buy food and other goods. So we must back the makers and not the lawbreakers, as I said. So I thank my honourable friend for that contribution. Secondly, it would impose tougher sentences on thieves by recognising the seriousness of the crime. And finally, it would require councils to create an enforcement plan to stop the sale of stolen goods at boot sales. These are all necessary changes to help stop tool theft across the country. Tradespeople and industry cannot afford parliamentary dither and delay. As campaigners, tradespeople, policing experts and industry have told us, action is needed now. Every 12 minutes, a van is broken into and tools are stolen, costing tradespeople thousands of pounds, hurting their mental health and stopping them from earning a living. I'll give way. Yes.
I'm grateful to my honourable friend for giving way. Does he agree with me that it's not just simply a theft from a van, but this is actually people's whole livelihoods and their ability to work? And so these thefts shut down a business. And does he agree with me that it's therefore worthy of its own effects?
Well, I thank my honourable friend for Spelthorne for that vital contribution, and absolutely do agree. And I'm going to come on to a couple of the larger impacts that we have, because I think we often think about small businesses, but there's a lot of value and damage of goods that we've found on our round table from very large companies. So, for example, open reach vans are hit 3 times a day on average, which delays the fibre rollout in rural communities. Over £2 million worth of surveying equipment was stolen from Balfour Beatty's vans in just 3 months. This impacted HS2, which we've heard about already today. And Madam Deputy Speaker, if any MPs are unsure of the need to act now, they need to speak to Shoaib Awan, Frankie Williams, Sergeant Dave Catlow, PC Dan Austin, and the teams at Selector DNA, Checker Trade, On the Tools, among many others who have worked tirelessly on this issue. And I thank them all, especially the Sidcup police teams that are leading a lot of this hard work around the country. Yes, I give way.
I thank my honourable friend for giving way, and he's making a very eloquent speech. We also acknowledge Alex Inslee from my constituency, who runs a podcast for tradespeople, who brought this brought this issue to my attention.
I thank my honourable friend for that important contribution. Yes, I absolutely applaud all of the efforts of the podcasters, the tradespeople that are going online, they're sharing experiences, and any member can look up the likes of Stolen Tools UK or the Gas Expert on Instagram, and you'll see cases every single day of people having their tools stolen and the damage that is doing to their financial health, their mental health, and like I said, the impact it has on the wider economy is now so severe that we must act now. Parliament must act across party to change the law today, I would hope. And I'd also thank some of the PCCs across the country that are getting stuck into this problem. I've highlighted the examples from the Met, of Sidcup and Havering police forces in particular, but I know that colleagues in Kent, Matthew down in Kent, the PCC there, and also in Sussex are also doing great work to try and tackle this issue. As I've highlighted, Madam Deputy Speaker, this is not a party political issue, and I do appreciate the work of the Honourable Member for Portsmouth North on shining a spotlight on this issue. Today we can work cross-party and get the law changed now, and I do hope in all sincerity that all MPs get behind this amendment and the government can help us change the law today and get on the side of the makers and tackle the lawbreakers. Thank you.
Kim Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I rise in support of new clause